Hi everyone, how's it going today? I decided to do this video because I know a lot of people are going through so many stresses in life right now. Right now, the times that we are in is for ourselves to see more clearly the choices that we make if we decide to. So if you are in a place right now of deep stress, deep frustration, really upset, not sure why you're going through this, why is this happening to me, that it just seems like things are continuing to seem bad for you and you're in a low space, I wish to help you get out of this. And how you do is by seeing what you're in, by taking a good, true look at what you're going through and noticing the patterns that you are doing. Are you reacting the same way you always have? Are your habits coming out without you realizing it? Are you reacting to situations the way you always have? Are you reacting instead of taking a moment to think about it and then deciding what you're going to do about it based on what you wish to experience next? What are your intentions before you react? Or are you just so stressed out you react and explode and then go through the same experiences as what you have been? And then you're low and stressed and frustrated and just feeling like the world is dark. The times we're going through right now are to show us right to our face, for us to see ourselves and what choices we make, for us to realize, are we doing things still in the same habit, the same reactions that we used to, which created these same results that we're not enjoying. For me, I look at it as everything in life as a formula. And I look at what we do in patterns as a formula. And if we do the exact same things, we're going to get the same result. If you wish to change the result, you need to change the formula. Any small tweaking of part of the formula that you wish, any major tweaking of the formula is going to change the result. And that is how we need to look at what we do in our lives, what choices and non-choice, like, do you know how many choices we actually make in a moment, in a day, in time? We make so many choices that we don't even realize that we have started, and actually often make unconscious choices. We don't even realize that we are choosing. But every single thing that we experience is out of choice, even if it is the choice to be unconscious, even if it's the choice to not make a choice. All of those are choices. Every single little moment, millisecond, minuscule atomic second that you don't even understand about how small time can go and how grand it can go. Every single tiny minuscule moment of that, we are making a decision. And that is what affects our lives. That affects what we're going through. I know sometimes that's hard as we try to look at the outside events as what's creating what's happening to us, but in truth, we are allowing those outside events to create what's happening to us instead of us choosing and empowering ourselves to decide and create what world and experience we have. There's a difference. It's this, and it's piling on you and feeling so heavy, and then there's this, and what you're giving to the world. I mean, when it comes in like this, you do still come back like that, because sometimes when you're come down like this, that's when you roar out onto the world out of your frustrations. And then that feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to get that out, because then you let all that negative energy out and then you have room again to grow. And that's part of it too. But what I wanted to say here is what we're going through in life right now, all of these situations of opportunities is for you to see what is happening. So any moment, what you said to that person, what happened in that moment, your time with the customer, what happened at work, this time with the coworker, what happened with your family, this little situation, this incident, you in traffic, you trying to eat, you with that, you being the customer who's mad. Every single moment is for us to see and decide, are we happy with how that went? Why did I react that way? Can I change that? And it's about realizing the little things that when someone says, you're like, oh, I knew that, I did, and yet I wasn't doing it in that time. Or hearing something and being inspired to try that. Or them reminding you something about yourself that you have forgotten. Because a lot of times we know a lot of this stuff, but we don't put it into practice because we get back into our habits of the stresses of the world, of going back to how we usually handle in our survival mode, of us being way too crazy and busy that we just continue and do our steps as we're meant to and we're learned to and trained to, instead of consciously realizing what is it that we're choosing to be our experience. And that's what these times are here for. So I hope to help you see more clearly these little minutes and seconds of our choices that determine what we live, what we experience, as our life. So good luck, everyone, because it is you. It is you who decides what you see. It is you who decides how you act and react, what you think, how you think, the negative words that you might be using that you don't realize are negative, the little tweak of putting positive perception on things, the acknowledgement of so many things. Anyways, good luck, all of you. I will be doing way more videos into this. I just wanted to do this one to say, appreciate what you're going through in this moment, even if it is dark and sad and traumatic or tragic, because it's there to teach you something. It's there to teach you about yourself. It's there to teach you to choose how you react. It's there to teach you to choose what you experience. It's there to teach you that we do choose the lives we live, even if we realize it or not. All the best, everyone. It's not easy times, but they will be going into easier times. So on another note, as I said, I wanted to do different levels in my episodes. On another note, the reason why we're going through all these things right now and why it is for us to be seen is because of where we are in the universe at the moment. Our solar system, galaxy, has moved into a higher vibrating area of the world. So the sun has its own cycles, and people need to realize that too. Because right now, I don't know if you remember, but I know when I was a kid and the generation before me, they grew up in a yellow sun. And throughout my life, I have seen that yellow sun turn to a whiter sun. And that sun itself goes in cycles. It goes from the different colors of itself as it grows. It goes also red and blue after. It goes white, the white dwarf, you know, when it's after it exploded and came back in itself, and they say it turns into a black hole. Though they aren't for sure about that, but they guess because of the blast and then the suction, the vacuum. Anyways, my point is that the sun goes through its own cycles. And right now, as the sun goes into this whiter light, which is its higher vibration because it itself is growing as well, it flares out sun rays quicker. And so we experience more of those waves, and that affects our consciousness, that affects us, which is why we then change and why everything around us has changed frequency and vibrancy. And from there, lower vibrancy, which we used to exist in, the lowest one, because we exist in different vibrancies and there's only a certain amount in this. Anyways, the lowest vibrancy that we used to be will no longer be able to vibrate in this world because we have gone to a higher vibrancy. And we all need to raise our vibrancy to be able to survive in this world, to be able to live in this world. Otherwise, we die and we come back a different vibrancy, or we live in the older or the worlds that, you know, allow for your vibrancy at that time. And so right now, it is about us changing what we normally do. It is about us changing our frequency, changing our vibrancy so that we may vibrate with this world. And that's what's going on. When you are not in vibration with the world, you will face hardships. And when you are, life will just flow. And right now, it's very obvious to feel the difference in those because the times we're in are very high contrast right now for us to see. Everything in the universe is all there in support for us, to help us, to acknowledge, to see, to become conscious, to decide to change, to have the intention of all of that good power, empowering stuff for us. Because that's what we're all here doing for us, is to help us all, is to benefit the all, and to heal all of us, because that is why we have chosen to come here in this very special moment in time. Anyways, love you all and good luck. realize the amazing knowledge of self, amazing knowledge of truth, amazing knowledge of universal here in this time, because it's all for us if we decide to see it. Love you all. Good luck.